Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to My Aunt's Attic. I don't know why, but I just started feeling really awkward when like doing the play button and
The
then like
3,
getting
2, 1
started.
click.
This is why we're not allowed to talk before we start recording, because like the transition from regular talking to recording talking is weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like someone walked in on our conversation, but we have to keep talking about
That's exactly. Yeah. I got
And
like really.
yeah.
I got really high pitched there.
Okay.
How you doing, Mary Grace?
I'm good. I'm tired. How are you?
Same. I don't know why though. I slept like a rock.
I'm mentally tired, I think.
Yeah. Are you kaput from finals and everything?
Finals. I went to New Jersey over the weekend.
You know, when I say like, how you doing, Mary Grace, that's the opening for you to tell me.
I went to New Jersey over the weekend.
For what?
Vacay.
What?
Vacation?
I thought you said big hay. And I'm like,
They had big bills there. I was kind of interested. For vacay.
what's
For
there?
a few days. Nothing. The beach.
Was it cold?
No.
Really?
It was very hot.
Really?
Well,
I
it
can't
was
even imagine.
very.
It's been so cold.
The sun was very intense. It was probably only like between 70 and 75 because the sun was so intense. It was hot.
Well, that's so nice compared to like how it's been here. Like this is
Oh, I'm freezing now.
my heat stopped working, and I guess I don't know if I kind of could put it because I was like turning it on and off because of how it was 80 degrees one day and then it was 50 degrees the next, and so I'm all over the place with my heat. And it got down to 54 degrees in my apartment, and I was like, I usually keep it a little colder, but I was a little too
That's
cold.
insane.
So I was like, I tried to turn it on, and it wasn't boosting up. It wasn't kicking on. I'm like, what's going on? Okay. And so I turned it off and on, off and on. I tried to turn on the cool air to see if it was working. And as soon as I did that, I don't know what I did to it, but it's not working. And so I texted the maintenance guy, and I was just like, yeah, my heat's not working. He was like, it was later at night. I was like, do you want me to come down now? And I'm like, no, just before next winter would be great. I don't need it right now. It's going to be warming up, so it's fine. But
Yes. Yeah, it was so warm.
what'd you do there?
Okay, so I went with my like family friends. I guess it was me, my mom, and my sister, and like our family friends. So 3 of their kids and their mom. And we usually do a trip every other year.
I was about to say, is this like a normal spot for you, or is it a normal just...
No, we
pick a
kind
new
of just go
place?
somewhere different every time, actually. Like, last time we went to Virginia. The time before we went to Maryland on accident.
Always East Coast? Wait.
Yeah.
Not important. Accident?
Yeah. So,
What?
okay, so in 2021, we were like, oh, we're going to go to Ocean City, New Jersey, which is where we ended up last weekend, or this past weekend. But their mom booked the hotel for Ocean City, but she accidentally booked. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm listening. I don't know if that picked up, but
You just look worried.
no, I was like zoning out, but I'm listening.
Okay. But she booked it for Ocean City, Maryland. And it wasn't until we literally were in the car, packed up, like picking up the kids from gymnastics to go there. And she puts in the address and she's like, why is it 6.5 hours away? It's supposed to only be like 5. And it turns out that she booked the hotel for Ocean City, Maryland. And we were like, you know what? Yeah, let's
It
go.
works. It
And
works.
it was actually awesome. And I loved it so much. And I would 100% go back. But we, a couple months ago, decided we were like, oh, let's go to Atlantic City, New Jersey, which they were kind of describing as like not the best part of New Jersey. And
Okay.
that's true. So we get to the Airbnb and we're like, oh, this is so fun. Da-da-da. And it turns out that there's no gas to the house.
Oh.
And we don't know if it was because the host of the Airbnb said that it was a city issue, and I do not think that that was true. I think that we were the first people to be in the house for the summer, and that the gas hadn't been turned on yet, or something like that.
I don't know how it works.
But there was
so
no
that
gas, so
just seems weird.
there was no hot water, and there was no stove or anything. Which is the whole reason why we got the Airbnbs, because we like to cook and obviously we have
Yeah.
to take a shower.
Please tell me you got like some kind of discount or refund.
So she did end up refunding, which, oh my God, crazy story. So I don't know, I'm not like in the world of Airbnb, but they were kind of saying that like she was gonna refund us because they will not take a bad review, especially us being like one of the first people of the summer. She would do anything to not get a bad review, but I didn't realize how blatant that was gonna be because she said in words like, I will give you a refund if you do not leave a review.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa. Like, I just didn't realize, like, how direct that was going to,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I knew it was probably unspoken that she was going to give us a review and, like, you know, try to accommodate us because she didn't want a bad review.
Yeah.
But she said, I will give you a refund if you do not leave a review. Like, whoa. Holy cow.
Straight to the point.
Okay.
All right.
So she did refund us, and we ended up in Ocean City the next morning at a different Airbnb, which worked out just so... oh, my God.
I accidentally flipped off the camera.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But the fact that we found a place the night before that A, took us, B, that there was one at all on Memorial Day weekend.
That's crazy.
Crazy. It was perfect. Thank goodness. So yeah, then we were in Ocean City and it was beautiful and it was amazing and we were at the beach. We literally walked to the beach. It took like 10 minutes to walk to the beach. And on the way you pass like, you know, all the cute coffee shops and the little like acai bowl places. It was just so fun. And we were like right on the boardwalk. It was so fun.
I can't wait for an acai bowl. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I had one. It was so good.
What'd you get on it?
It had kiwi on it. I don't know that I've ever had kiwi. Don't think I like them.
I don't know about on an acai bowl, but
Weird texture. They are like chewier than I thought. Like they're denser. I thought it was gonna be like very soft.
yeah, no, they're supposed to be
Maybe they're
softer.
unripe.
Maybe. I don't know.
But it was almost like unripe strawberry texture. You know, like that kind of like not crunchy, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that is
it.
okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Okay.
Maybe on its own, but because it was competing with the other textures, it didn't
Yeah.
fit in.
I always get acai with granola, strawberries, blackberries, and pineapple with
Ooh.
Nutella.
I had Nutella. I had
good.
strawberries, kiwi, banana, granola, Nutella, probably something else. I don't know. It was great.
There's apparently one acai place around here, but it's not very good. I haven't been because I've heard it's not very good. But yeah,
there's no
looking forward.
places around here. It's you can make your own.
Where we go
Sucks.
in Outer Banks, there's this one place like right down walking distance. Oh, is it good? And then I got my whole family on it because I had gone there, I think with only one other person. My family didn't know about it. And I was like, seriously, do you guys want to go get breakfast at this place? Because they also had like sandwiches and wraps and everything,
Mm-hmm.
plus the bowls.
So
I was like,
good.
we got to go. Everyone loved it. And I'm like, get on my level.
Do you ever have Pulp in Ohio? The chain?
I don't think so.
That's good.
No good?
It's good.
Oh, I thought you meant it's good that I didn't have it because it sucked.
No, it's a good place.
Oh,
They have like wraps and they also have bowls and stuff. It's pretty good. But it's
Yeah.
like a smoothie place.
we don't have anything in Ohio. Come on now.
No, Pulp was in Ohio, I swear.
No, in my hometown, no, we got
Oh,
nothing. Nothing.
No, yeah. One time I was in Ohio, I think we drove like half an hour from Eric's house to get Pulp.
You know, I don't blame you,
You gotta.
honestly. You have to drive anywhere in my hometown. You have to absolutely drive absolutely anywhere
Yeah.
to do anything fun. The one place that was like different and fun got shut down because of health issues, health code violations or
A
something
bowl?
like that.
What?
No, it was a restaurant. It was the
Oh.
Gazette Grill. They got shut down, I guess, because of violations or whatever. But it was such a fun place. Like there was TVs in the little booths, and it was
yeah,
just
because there was health code violations.
yeah, it was just a vibe. I don't know. It was a fun place. I liked it, but
Cool. Yeah. Ocean
well, that's
City.
exciting.
I got super sunburnt on my arms.
Good stuff.
Got a farmer's tan. Was wearing a tank top.
I just ordered a muumuu.
Yeah?
A butterfly dress, like a butterfly muumuu or whatever, I guess, to try it. I don't know. It's going to come in Amazon in a couple days. We'll see if it actually is okay to wear like over a bathing suit. Because
Yeah.
the last 2 years I've gone on vacation with my family, I have gotten so miserably burnt.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will be swimming, not in the ocean, but in sunscreen.
Yeah.
I can't do it again. So
No, it was intense. Sun. It was good. I like
Yeah.
burnt like my part.
yeah.
Which sucked.
Did you see they have new like powder sunscreen to do?
That
Like,
makes sense.
yeah, I was thinking about that. You
That's
can
cool.
powder sunscreen like over makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, that's really smart.
Oh,
I
all
think
my makeup has sunscreen in it. My face doesn't burn.
I don't use.
Whoa.
Sorry, I like did this weird hiccup thing.
Something came up.
Oh my god. But I don't use sunscreen on my face because it makes my face really, really oily, and I already struggle with that. Actually,
Oh.
so what I've done the past 2 days is mix because I'm very shiny and oily, but I really, really like the beef tallow,
Oh.
which has, like I said, it's more of like not a shine, but not matte finish. It's like somewhere in between. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Matte, but not flat.
I mixed my powder foundation with the beef tallow to make like a cream foundation.
And
I really like doing that.
whoa,
It's really nice.
let's go.
So we'll. So I've only done it for 2 days, so we'll see how it.
No, my
stays.
face is sunscreened out. Yeah, you're not shiny. I am always shiny. I'm just oily by nature. That's okay. I have to accept it.
I could not accept it. I'm like literally, like I
have to.
said,
I've
it
always
looked
been.
like I was drenched. Someone had poured oil over my face. Like I can't.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it anymore. I had to do something.
I do sunscreen that is like oil absorbing or whatever, and then my primer has sunscreen, and then I do a tinted moisturizer that has sunscreen, and then I do a powder that has sunscreen.
That sounds like so much. That sounds entirely too much work.
Well, it's just normal. It just has sunscreen in it.
I don't know. That's. I'm lazy. I don't do no extra, no nothing.
Whatever. I need like chapstick with sunscreen though.
My skincare routine used to be like 32 different things. I would have them all like laid out across my vanity.
It's kind of fun though.
But if you need that many things, they
No,
all just
yeah.
negate one another at that point.
Yes. No, I've definitely simplified
I
over
have.
the years.
I'd put 2 things.
But it's so hard when they're telling you that you need to do all these different things, and it's like, well, you can't do them all at once. But it's like, when do you do them then? Because they're like, oh, you need to use a retinol because you're not going to get wrinkly, and then you need to use vitamin C, and then you also need to use a serum, and you need to use a moisturizer, of course, and then like.
Honestly, at this point, if they're telling me you need this, you need that, I'm like, you need money. That's
Yeah.
what you need, and that's all I want. That's why
y'all
you
need-
tell me
y'all,
these things.
my number one lately is Vaseline. You know who put me on it?
Do the beef tallow. Just try it for me.
No.
Just try
I
it.
like
for
my
me.
Vaseline right now. No, because
Okay.
you know who put me on? There's this guy on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen him. He kind of reminds me of Steve from Blue's Clues, but he was in prison for like 20 years or something, and he's out, and he just like talks about it. And he says that his number one like skincare thing is on wet skin to put like a thin layer of Vaseline, and it just like traps the moisture in. It makes sense. Because Vaseline is not like doing anything for you other than just like making a layer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on a wet face, he says right out of the shower he does this. I don't do that. I like wash my face and then I don't dry it, and then I just put Vaseline on it straight up, thin layer,
Are you wearing makeup?
a little bit.
Foundation makeup and everything?
What I just said: a tinted moisturizer and then a powder.
You got such nice skin.
Not really, to be honest.
Tinted
No,
moisturizer. What?
it's a Fit Me. I'll show it to you.
This is not a brand deal. We don't have that or nothing.
No,
but-
honest to God, my skin is actually really bad.
Oh, you look good.
Thanks.
That's one of my clients is always like, you have such beautiful skin. I'm like, I'm wearing like 6 layers of makeup. You can't see my
Well,
skin.
I just pick at my face.
I have acne scars and like pitted. They're not horrible or anything. And I think we talked about this before that
Maybe.
I don't care about the acne scars that I have. And like, it's really bad like around this area because I would only ever wear my hair down and it was always against my face.
Oh,
And the oils from my hair would trap against my face and it would cause horrible cystic acne and everything.
yeah.
Now I have pitted scars, but I don't care so much about the scars because I'm so used to my chickenpox scars. That's gonna fall. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna set that up. But yeah, my little
Yeah.
chickenpox scars have made me completely not care about other whatever. It's the redness, it's the blotchy redness that I can't stand,
Mm.
and then I have to like use really thick powdered to try and blend it all out. And yeah, I get like weird rosacea patches. I hate it.
I love rosacea.
If you're not a skincare,
I love
girly,
when people
then
have
this
the
is probably
rosacea on their cheeks. I
boring.
think it's the cutest thing in the world.
Ew.
I love
When
it.
when it's
I love it.
no.
When I see anybody and they just have that like, oh my God, I love it.
but when it's blotchy and
I love it.
ugh,
I
don't
love
know.
it.
I don't like it.
If you have rosacea on your cheeks, I love it. I think it's so cute. It's so fun.
You'll never see mine.
Okay. I do love it though.
Never. Mm-mm. Yeah, this is
Anyway.
probably not. this is not a conversation for everybody unless you're like super
Sorry, man.
skincare guru.
Sorry to our mostly male audience on YouTube for some reason.
Yeah. No, and on Spotify as
Really?
well. Yeah.
Go
it's
away.
mostly male. Hi
It's okay.
guys.
It's okay. I think we appeal to like male humor a little bit.
We're also pretty.
Ew.
But that hasn't actually happened on YouTube yet. We're not quite to the video. We're not uploaded there
No,
yet,
thank
so-
God. I'm actually so scared.
Yeah. Only nice comments only, or we will block you.
Only nice comments only.
It's freedom of speech, but also freedom of blocking power.
Yeah, what are we gonna do like when we start getting like
Hate messages.
yeah.
Bring it on.
Well, we got those two that are like in that language. Did you see those?
Oh, like Russian or something?
Yeah, did you translate it?
No.
It said like I'm only writing this so that the reader will be confused and want to know what it says or something like that.
No, I didn't bother. I didn't bother looking into it. Sorry.
Get a life.
That's hilarious, though. Oh my gosh. Hey, you know what? It's boosting. No, leave comments
Actually,
like that.
yeah.
Leave it, please.
Well, a lot of people are like, I thought this was
A video game. It keeps popping up on
No,
video game people.
I don't know. I thought this was something. I thought this was about a. I don't know. There's been a few that are like, I thought this was something
Yeah.
else. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry to
I have
disappoint, but also
tagged-
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
Because we're awesome.
but
Get
the
on our level.
channel is super tagged with the fact that it's a podcast, like because it has me like it had me put in like related key terms and stuff, you know, to try to like recommend it to people. It's like podcast, women
Talking.
talking,
Yeah.
yeah, relatable, funny, yeah. So sorry, I don't know why that happened.
Speaking of that, though, please comment down below what you want our 100th episode to be about. Conversation
Oh, yes,
topics and
please.
everything. We talk about literally anything and everything.
We'll do something maybe.
I was about to say we're not going to do anything.
No.
But like,
We'll do something a little bit stupid though, maybe.
a Q&A if you're curious about anything.
Oh
We're
yeah,
open
that'd
books.
be fun.
Yeah,
Q&A,
let
as
us
if there's
know.
anything left to wonder about us after 100 episodes.
Quite literally, we were open
talking about
books.
farts and our freaking bowels and
There's nothing left of the imagination. But if you got
Sorry.
questions, let us know.
that would be fun. I would love to do a Q&A.
I think we're interesting enough. You know what I mean?
Don't
Like
know.
you have your NPCs that is just there's just nothing going on. You
Yeah.
know, they're just kind of like your standard. But I think we're interesting enough. We've lived enough life. Me more so than you because I'm old.
A lot more.
I'm
just
rude.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
But you know what I mean? Like sometimes people are just, and this is not like supposed to be bashing. It sounds terrible, but like some people are just more
Some people are
interesting
boring.
than other people.
Yeah,
Well, maybe I'm biased or anything, but I personally find you interesting. So
I also find you interesting as well.
hey, man, thanks. I guess we're in the right business.
Saw a video of manatees breeding last night.
Wild stuff, right?
Why is it?
So aggressive.
But why is it a group?
They're all trying to fight for one woman.
Really?
Basically.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
They're all going at it at one time. It's like a
Ugh.
massive orgy thing, but they're all fighting to be
Right.
the one.
I thought that it was just a mixed company and that they were all kind of sharing
No.
experiences.
I mean, maybe. But
heck,
it's
bro.
usually one woman with
my eyes got
a bunch of
assaulted
men
without
trying to be
my
like,
permission.
pick me. Pick me, men.
So it's like humans as well. Okay. No, I understand it now. I was confused and now I get it.
Yeah, I keep thinking about manatees. I keep thinking about I need to go down to Florida. I need to snowbird it. I need to work with manatees.
I saw dolphins.
I don't-
I've never seen dolphins before.
Really?
I've never seen them before. They're like doing jumps.
Yeah.
It was so cool. They're so cute.
I don't like dolphins.
Oh,
They're
like is they're like evil Loki?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, nope, not nope. It was winding up. I guess not.
I was asking about an animal recently. Forget which one, but I was like, but is it like Loki evil, like the way that dolphins are? I don't remember what it was.
Pandas are too good for this world.
Pandas. It was pandas.
What's the pandas?
It was pandas. Thank you.
So pandas are like pretty much the teddy bears of the world.
Yes.
But if get them in the right circumstance, they'll rip your face off.
Sure.
I mean, they're any wild creature.
That's who I was asking
who have claws
about.
and teeth.
I was like, they're so cute, but are they low-key evil like
No.
dolphins are? No. The answer is no. But I was asking about them because my sister showed me. Did you see this? There was a panda that was like abandoned or like orphaned. So he was raised by humans. Did you see this? You're not even ready for this. You're going to die. So
Is it cute or sad?
it's cute.
Okay,
It's funny.
okay.
It's interesting.
Okay.
It's wild. So pandas normally will break bamboo like over their head or like over their nose for leverage. And it's very easy for them because they're obviously big and strong and whatever. But this panda that was raised by humans, the humans would show the panda how to break bamboo like we would break things like this.
Yeah.
And they obviously strain to do it. And they make a face. This panda makes a straining face while he's and it's not hard for him to do it, but he breaks it out in front of him and he goes like that. And like there are times where he like forget to do it, or like it's like obvious that he's not straining. He's not actually straining. It's like a twig. But he's going.
Oh my god. I need to see this.
It was hilarious.
I need to see it.
It's actually so crazy though, the fact that he picked up on that.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh.
It was
I keep
wild.
seeing videos of cats and dogs like responding to their owners' commands and don't they understand English to a degree.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing is that they understand like a lot of words.
Yeah, I'm like full sentences though. Like I don't know. There's just been times I'm like, oh no, this animal knows what this owner is talking about, like full English sentences kind of thing. The response is just weird.
I love that trend where they like pretend to be on the phone and they're like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna go to the park and then I was gonna get a treat and da da da."
Yeah.
I love that trend. So
Yep.
fun.
Oh my gosh. I think animals are so cool though. That
Yes.
sounded like such a generic like
Animals are so cool. I love animals.
They are. But I get like wildly obsessed with them. Like
I've got a
I will sit there and
crazy-
cry over pandas and manatees.
I've
Like,
got a crazy animal story.
was it?
I think this is crazy. This experience was just hilarious. So this was last Thursday night. So my friend had like a bunny.
I'm
you
so
okay?
sad.
Why are you sad? Oh,
It's
because
so bland.
she got a bland is it coffee? What do you call it? A coffee?
Chai. I get
Tea?
two. It's bland sometimes, especially this one guy makes it. It's so bland, so I always get 2 extra pumps, and it's still bland. I'm like,
14
how do you
pumps,
do this?
please.
Anyway, I'm sad. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, you know
Please
what's so
go
funny
for
is my mom, unrelated. She likes to get an ice cream sundae, but she wants the sundae to be mostly toppings. Like she wants only the tiniest dollop of ice cream, and all whipped cream and nuts and fudge and stuff. But every time that she tells the person working that, they do the opposite. And it's like almost a joke. Like, I don't understand. Like the other day she was like, "Can you do like not a lot of ice cream and like mostly toppings?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course." And then they come out and it's like this big cup of ice cream and the little tiniest like swirl of whipped cream on the side. And she's like, "The heck?" She gets so mad. But what is that? I understand if you
Did they
have...
think they misspoke?
No, because she does it every time. And it's a different person. And they still...
Yeah, that's so irritating.
I'm wondering if there's just like a rule where they just have to put a certain amount of ice cream. But I would think that...
They would say that if they're asking. Like, no, we
I
have
don't
to
know.
do it this way.
I don't know what the issue is. But I just told her, I was like, just don't even waste your breath. Because I feel like they're just going out of their
They're
way to
messing
do the
with you at this
opposite.
point, yeah. Animals, though.
But
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
no, I wanted to share that as well. And additionally, anyway, Thursday night. So my friend has a like rabbit's nest in her yard that they found, like all the little baby bunnies in there, or whatever. And I guess that they leave, and one was left behind. So I know it's so sad. And I'm smiling because it's like awkward. I'm not laughing. Sorry. Do you have that thing where you like smile if something makes you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she took it into the house, and she was afraid that it wasn't gonna make it through the night. She like didn't want to like try to help it. She didn't want to mess up and like. So it was
have
like
to be her fault that
Right.
it's dying.
so it was like 10 p.m. and we were all like on a phone call, and she had found like an animal sanctuary that what she could take it to that night. It was like an hour away. And she's like, "Do you guys want to go?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's go on
Road
an
trip,
adventure.
yeah.
Let's go on a little late night thing, whatever." So we're driving out there. I don't even know where we were. I was driving, and it's pitch black. We're actually in the middle of nowhere. Like, we're in the country. And we're like coming up on the address, and we're still like nowhere. And I thought it was going to be like a facility, like a building, like a place. But it was somebody's house.
Sketchy.
Sketchy. So, see, like, I'm going to tell this, and not even all the pieces are going to be there because I'm not even sure what happened here. So, we get to the address. It's a house. I literally passed it initially because I was like, this could not be it, but it was it. And so we like re-look it up on Google Maps. No, it's a house. It's just someone runs it out of their house. It's like, da-da-da. So they said, you know, they had a phone number listed. They said text us ahead of time. So we got there and we called the number. No answer. So that's obviously, it's 11 p.m. So we left the bunny. It was in a box. It was like, you know, insulated. Like, it had the blanket or whatever. And we left it by the door, and we like put it like under a chair so that, you know, because it was raining. So I was trying to protect it. I think we called again, and there were like dogs inside barking and everything, but we didn't want to wake the person up. So we text the number again, and we're like, "Hi, just let you know, like, we left a bunny under a chair. It's across from," they had a pile of chairs. "It's across from the pile of chairs." And they text back, and they're like, the guy's like, "I don't have a pile of chairs." Or like, we're driving home at this point. We're like, "Well, do you have a Nissan Rogue?" And he's like, "I don't own a Nissan Rogue." And we're like, and he's like, "Why didn't you just come in? The lights were on." Like, we're like, "There's no lights." What? Like, we didn't want to wake you up. And
What
he's
is
like,
happening?
"I'm up. Why didn't you should never leave an animal at someone's door. Like, why didn't you come in?" And we're like, and they were like, "Is this your address?" "No, that's not my address. I live in 3 hours away." And we're like, "Then where the heck did we just leave this?" And the boys, Eric and my friend, had actually gone out and like put it there, and they're like, "No, but it had to be an animal place." They had like signs about animals, and like there was dogs in the house. Like, this is the address that we had. And so I'm like, okay, maybe just the number that we texted isn't this number of also this place that is also an animal sanctuary. And so
You went to the address, but not the right number.
right.
Yeah.
Well, so come to find out, after a long conversation, and like I felt like a sleuth, like trying to figure out like what had just happened. The place that we brought the bunny to is an animal sanctuary. They do have this other man's phone number listed on their website. He said that they had been using his phone number and name for years and stealing donations from him for years.
What?
And that he's asked them to stop multiple times, and that this has been going on.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm driving home, and I'm like, what is happening? And so my friend is texting back and forth with this guy. His name,
Oh god.
this is just so funny. His name is Wes D. Laraway. You can look him up on Facebook. I don't even. So he has an animal sanctuary.
Yeah.
He is taking in multiple animals a day. He posts all about it on Facebook. He lives in Middleburg, New York. He's in like the, I don't know what you call it. Like he runs for like different positions. Like the
Okay.
secretary of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He does that kind of stuff. And he also runs, he just has like, he's just the most busy man I've ever seen in my life. He's insane. I don't even, he's just crazy. He's just always doing something. And he also does like those eagle shows, you know, where they like,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I love those.
he just has the most insane life. Like, I don't understand how he has time for all of this. He's got kids. Like, we just learned, like, we got home and we just stalked him on Facebook.
That is.
And we just learned all about him.
Oh.
I don't know.
Was the bunny okay? Hopefully. Maybe.
No, so the other,
No.
the women did get back to us in the morning, and they said that it didn't make it through the night. Though they specialized, we realized after the fact, in like coyotes and raccoons or something.
Well, that's highly inconvenient.
So,
It wasn't making it anyway.
well, we figured they would not turn it away.
Yeah.
But
Good gravy.
so anyway, that's
Well,
that happened.
Speaking of that, though, that my aunt was just talking about, I don't know what she was on her phone or something that it must have come across her attention, but she was saying to me that she couldn't visualize me as being one of those people that kind of volunteers their services to look to solve unsolved crimes and just
Oh,
look into things and kind of be sleuth like and whatever. And I was like, I would absolutely love to do that. I just love
That's so cool.
analyzing things, picking it apart, seeing where the dominoes fall, and just the series of events that lead to something, and I can just kind of see the different directions things might have gone. And I was like, I would absolutely love to do that. My problem with that is I would get so consumed by it.
yeah.
I would
It
not
would
be able
hurt
to
my heart.
function properly.
Yeah. That would eat
Um,
me up, I think.
But then she was like, it had, because my public school education was pathetic. And she was like, do you think had your education actually been kind of matched to your needs and everything, do you think you would have ended up where you are now? I'm like, no. I would have been on a completely different life path,
Yeah.
doing so much more. I don't get me wrong, I love my job. My aunt agrees, it's a God-given gift. Like, when you can just know what's going on with the human body and everything, like, it's a God-given gift. Like, I can't deny it, and I truly love what I do, and I'm glad I do it. But there are so many things that I'm interested in this life to be kind of funneled into one direction just because my education wasn't up to par with
Yes.
what I actually wanted to do with my life. And I was never given any guidance. I wasn't encouraged to do anything more than what just was.
Well, that's kind
you
of
know?
the system, is just like you kind of just aim for like one thing from the time that you're like
Well, there are
a child.
there are so many like secretary of the division of this and that kind of jobs, but you never know about it. So you're kind of like, schools kind of funnel you into nurse, a doctor,
Yes, the
a
big
engineer, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
big labels and everything. And I'm like, no, what about that one technician does that one thing with this one thing?
No,
And it's like,
exactly. Yeah.
those people are needed too, but you're not discovering them, So if you're in high school, take the opportunity to look into more. There's so much more out there than what your teachers are probably telling you. Like, take advantage of the opportunity while you still
Also,
have it.
trades.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm such a huge proponent of trades.
Yes.
I'm in a trade, so obviously it's great.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there are so many things I would have loved to do with my life that I was never
Yeah.
flourished. And so hearing that this guy is super busy and he's doing all the things,
he's
with all
so
the other
busy.
things, that's fantastic. I
He
wish
seems
I wish.
amazing. He's like so cool. I just like can't. He's like a superhero in real life.
I love that. Go be a superhero, folks.
Go be Wesley.
Oh my goodness. I wish. But then, the thing is, now I just have to kind of discover that my job does afford me the opportunity to dive into other things. Now it's just a financial thing.
Yeah.
I was able to do American Sign Language just because I wanted to learn it. Well,
Mhm.
now what else do I want to do? Let's figure out some more things. I really want to be a tech crew.
I
wanna
know
be
you
tech
always
crew.
talk about tech.
I want to be tech crew or something. I just want to
Yes.
be a part of something. I want to be a cog in the machine.
I just always want to
Ugh.
learn like little weird skills. Like I would love to learn how to be a DJ. Like that just seems so fun.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That would be
Like
fun.
I just see things and I'm just like, oh, I want to learn how to do that.
There was a program my ecology teacher was talking about. It's like Y to Y, like Yukon to Yosemite or something, where people will just go and they'll talk to people who own a bunch of land and they're like, will you sell this land to us so we can conserve it? I'm like, I would love to do that.
Wow.
I would love to do something like that. Just getting out there, nature, exploring, helping different things, figuring out. I also thought, I was like, kind of want to be a fire watchman.
Oh, and like the watchtower?
Yeah. I kind of want to do
Interesting.
that they don't make hardly any money, but like if I could just go up there and be by myself for a hot minute, that'd be great. That'd be great. I would love to do that.
I don't know. I have
It's a
mixed
little bit
feelings
more-
about it because when I learned about that job, it was in like a video game that was like a horror video game.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Oh dear.
I don't
Bring
know.
it
It
on.
seems a little creepy.
Bring it on,
But it's
Bigfoot.
probably not. I love people who do things like for the environment or like with animals. Like, so cool.
I just, architecture and what's it called? Archaeology.
Mhm.
But like just observing and appreciating the beauty of life and everything. Like I don't get to do that. I'm so stuck within this right here
yeah.
that I want to go out and do. I want to be part of it. I want to just do something. I don't know. But right now my goal is to go down to Florida and not just work with manatees and not just be like a tour guide kind of person. That's
Mhm.
the initial thing. but I want to be part of like the programs that do conservation and like spread awareness of like why we need to protect our waterways and why we need to stop doing this now. Like I want to talk about it. I want to get people involved and interested in more than just the one little niche little life. You know, there's more to it. There's so much. Ah!
Yes.
I hate feeling stuck, and I'm starting to feel stuck. I told my aunt, I was like, wow, you got me thinking about this, and I'm so content with my life
Yes.
to the point where I'm like, am I just in a bubble and I'm not allowing myself to explore because I'm so content and I think I'm content? Actually, we're going to spoil this for a second because I want to talk about it. Last night, I watched Next Normal for the 9th time.
Oh my goodness.
I love it so much. But there's this one line where the therapist asks her, and he was just like, well, what's the time that you've been truly happy?
Mhm.
She can't really. Well, were you happy when you married your husband? I thought I was happy. There's a difference between thinking you're happy and being happy. Oh yeah, most people who think they're happy are just haven't thought about it enough. Most people that are happy are just stupid.
See, but like I kind of want to be stupid then. I know we talked about it last week. Like I would love to be just like unaware a little bit more.
And I think that's kind of what I am. I'm like so content with my little bubble. I'm so unaware of all the different things. And this is what I mean. My education did not allow me the opportunity to know about more than what.
But you're aware
just
of
is.
that.
I'm aware of that. I'm not aware.
Yes.
And that makes me very
That's
frustrated.
scary. I know.
So, but you know what I mean? Like there's
Yes.
just so much world to explore, but how to get it done without just being like a tourist. I want to be part of it. I want to, give me a role, give me an opportunity, give me direction. I just want to intern. If I could be like a professional intern for any job,
Yeah.
just put me in a slot and I'll do the work. Any
I was going to say.
philanthropist.
Anybody out
I need
there.
a philanthropist to come around.
What does
and
that
just,
mean? What is that word?
Basically, a rich dude who actually just does
A
things for other
coordinator?
people. Yeah, it just shoves money at different programs and everything.
Okay.
And I'm like, please, can a philanthropist please like finance my opportunity to do whatever, anywhere? I want to do all the jobs. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. I want to do all the things. Please. Why you got that look on your face?
You're just funny.
I'm getting myself riled up.
I'm having a moment where I'm like, I'd been kind of waiting for so long to finally feel like I am going in a direction. And now that I'm going to RIT, I'm just like,
You're really going a
well,
direction.
this is it. But it feels
how's graduation?
so good. Oh my God. I forgot to talk about it last week when we were just kind of talking about everything. You know me, just always something has to go a little bit wrong.
Great.
But it wasn't gonna happen if something didn't go a little bit wrong. So it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. It was actually so boring.
It's a graduation. Of course it
100%
is.
would have gone back in time and chosen not to be there. Okay, a few things. Number one, I get there. Okay, by the way, driving by yourself to graduation is such a weird feeling.
You went by yourself?
Well, I'm supposed to be there an hour before it starts. So my family and friends came separately.
Okay.
Driving yourself, I did it at OCC too. I drove myself there an hour beforehand, and then my family got there an hour later.
Okay.
It's so weird driving yourself to graduation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also like, I don't know, it's a long drive for me to get to Cortland, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss the drive. Da-da-da. Just like having like a weird moment. And then I get there, and they're like, they had like a few like lines of like your last name. You get into that line and they give you a card that says your name on it and your, like, if you got any like sumo whatevers or so
Did that
they
pick
give
up?
me, I don't think so.
Dang it. I
We'll
keep
find
moving
out.
the microwave.
So they give me my card and I'm supposed to like fill it out or whatever, and then I didn't know what to do, so then I go back up and I'm like, I see that there's 8 lines. So they had like 1 through 8 labeled in big poster board labeled 8 lines. So I go back and I'm like, can you tell me what line I'm supposed to be in? And they're like, any line, just go find your friends. And I was like,
That doesn't seem very organized.
I hate that they don't do it alphabetically. It was any line. But also, I don't have any friends.
So our OCC one was not only divided by names, but also by, obviously,
We didn't do by name. We just did by major. That's why I went first.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did by major.
It was just whoever wants to go first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was just by major. That's why our group went first out of all the groups. But that's why I went first out of all the people, is because it was not alphabetical.
Okay.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
So they're like, go just find any line where your friends are at. I'm like, okay, so I can pick any line that I want to.
Yeah.
So I get in line 4. 4 is my favorite number. That was the only basis of that decision. Well, obviously there's no one in lines 1 and lines 8 because nobody wants to go first and nobody wants to go last. They're like, we need people in lines 1 and 8. Like, go move. Like, da-da-da. I'm like, I'll move. I don't care. I'm like not tied to line 4 for any reason. So I get in line 1. I'm like, I don't mind going first. It was like, I already did it. It was bad enough. Like, I'll do it again. I don't care. For those who don't know, I was the very first person to walk across the stage at our graduation 2 years ago, and I went the wrong way. Okay, but like the same thing at Cortland, like you walk up, across, and down. But at OCC, you're supposed to walk up to the middle and down the middle.
Yeah.
But I walked across, but they were feeding students in from both sides.
Yeah.
So I ran into people, and I'm like, can you guys move? I literally said, I was like, excuse me. I didn't know why they were there. I was like so confused. Well, it turns out I went the wrong way. Anyway, and nobody noticed, but I did tell everybody. Anyway, so I get in line 1 thinking that I will be the first section to go. Why did they have it in reverse order?
Oof.
I was the last section to go.
Oh.
There were maybe 12 people who went after me. I had to wait through the whole thing.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, but here's the thing. You go first, you sit down and you wait.
Yeah.
You sit down and you wait, and then you go last.
But I'd rather go first because I was really sweaty
Oh.
by the time it got to my turn, and I was like, I don't want to take pictures now. Like, and I stood up and there was sweat on my chair, and I was like, I really hope they make this gown thing like not like water stain. You know what I mean? Like why water stain? Like
yeah.
I literally stand up to graduate, and I'm like checking my backside to see if I sweat through the gown. I think that they make them so that they don't water stain.
Okay, please.
Is water stain a phrase? I think I just made that up. Anyway, sweat stain.
Oh my god.
Yeah, water stain.
What is like everybody has it, but why is it so embarrassing when you stand up?
I wouldn't say everybody. I definitely just do a lot. Because you know me, I just sweat a lot. I'm just prone to moisture. But I feel like it's normally a boy thing, but I do. No, literally, I got my haircut 2 weeks ago, and the chairs were leather. It was just that hot day. It was like the first hot day. The chairs were leather. I'm nervous, and I get up from getting my hair washed. The chair is leather and black, and I just see an outline, and I'm like, whoopsies. And I just like turned around, and I just like couldn't look back. I just had to like leave like my imprint there. I imprinted on the freaking... you named my baby after the Loch Ness Monster? Anyway. So I go last, and I was like kind of bummed because I was like sweaty. It was fine though. The man who was reading the names was also very sweaty. It was just hot in there. It was just so hot and disgusting. I literally stunk. Anyway.
Stop,
what was my point?
Crying.
Oh yeah, so that was a mess up. The fact that I thought I was going first and I went last. The second thing is that they called out like the cum laudes or whatever, and I stood for the wrong one because I wasn't listening. Well, they have you do rehearsal. Okay, rehearsal should have been an email. Guess what? It was an email because they emailed us ahead of time. They're like, "Don't forget about rehearsal tomorrow." And then they said everything that they said in rehearsal. They go, "For graduation, do not wear your cap and gown to rehearsal. Only wear it to graduation." And then and then it said, here's a video on how to cross the stage. And then it said, I don't know. And then we get to rehearsal and they're like, okay, so don't wear your cap and gown today, wear it tomorrow. And then here's how you're going to cross the stage. And we was there for 15 minutes and it took me 40 minutes to get there. I'm like, that was the biggest waste of my time ever. So that was dumb. But in rehearsal, they should have said, okay, we're going to call out the cum laudes and this is the one that you're standing for. I wasn't paying attention. All I heard was cum laude and I was like, oh, and then I stood. But then I had to actually stand up for Summa. I really don't care. It's fine. Dumb. I hate it. It was so stupid.
The rehearsal for my high school graduation took longer than the actual graduation.
That's insane.
Because everyone's just idiotic.
Yeah.
And if anybody stumbled, you had to do the whole thing over again. And I'm like, people were like faking stumbling and everything.
Some kid did a cartwheel. I didn't see it though. It was
I wish I had not gone to
fine.
my high school graduation. It was so stupid. I don't know.
So
I mean, like
dumb.
the whole graduation ceremony and everything was like. I will say, I did really want to do my OCC graduation just because.
No, that was fun because like we were all just like there in like a friend group.
It was what I really wanted to do with my time. It is what I wanted out of life, kind of in that moment.
Also, it wasn't sweaty.
Yeah.
I was not sweating.
And because we were the first ones, it was just like we got it done out of the way. It was great. It was like, okay.
Yeah,
And it wasn't super
it was
long.
fun.
Like,
Well, because it just like felt like a full circle moment. It was like everybody's here and like our professors are there. Like honestly, at my graduation, I only saw one professor that I actually had there. None of my professors even went.
well, my ecology teacher, who's the cutest human being on the face of the planet, he was one announcing all the different names, and he had a bunch of crazy names. That was rude. Not crazy names, but just
Hard to
different
pronounce.
names. He did a fantastic job. So much so. I mean, he didn't stutter or
Wow.
stumble one time on any name. It was
God bless.
fantastic. So as I was walking out, and like some of the teachers had like the procession, they were standing along the wall. I told him, I was like, "You did great. It was awesome." He was just like, "Oh, thank you."
Oh man, I would stumble so bad. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, no, high school graduation, lame.
It was so boring. I was just playing like Rummy on my phone the whole time. So dumb.
I was annoyed that the either the valedictorian or the salutatorian. I think he was originally the salutatorian, but because like of a last minute ditch effort, something that he turned in, he bumped the valedictorian and they swapped.
Wow.
So I was pissed.
Wow.
I was pissed on her behalf.
Wow.
I was like, that's such
wow.
a dick move. I was like, so
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
I was not happy. This kid also had pulled a stunt. I think he did. We're not going to get into it.
Okay. Graduations are dumb. So boring.
I don't know, but I think I said it before that had my parents not come to my graduation, we would have had problems.
But also, my graduation was at 7:30 or 7 p.m.
That's crazy.
So it ended at 9.
That's insane.
But what can you even do after that? You
Nothing.
can't do anything.
You go to bed.
My friends and I drove to Syracuse and we got Taco Bell. By the time it was 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It was so
all you
dumb.
can do at that point.
They're like, it's so dumb. Okay, so they split into 3, but not by anything. And they also didn't say what your major was, which and the other thing I forgot to tell you. Well, so it wasn't in any order. Like I just said, they just had you get in a line and they called everybody. I wish they had said your major. They didn't. The other thing, I forgot. So a month ago, maybe, when I was like registering for the actual graduation ceremony, you know, what's your name? Is there any certain way your name is supposed to be pronounced? Are you a first gen student? Are you a international student? Like da da da. It said, is there any special person who you would like to thank? Like you would like to be read out loud as you cross the stage? And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, no. I'm like, no, like one person? Like, well, how could I pick just one person out of my life? And I'm like, no offense to anybody, but I don't feel like anybody made like, this significant impact on because it said like, is there anybody who made an impact on your academic success? And I was like,
me, myself, and I.
yeah. I was like, not really. Like, I would like to say screw you to this guy who gave me B+. Like, I'd like to say screw you to this professor like that. But like, nobody really. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to pick any one person, and then nobody was really standing out at the same time. Well, I'm like sitting in graduation, and every single person thanked, not one, everybody. I'd like to thank my dog. I'd like to thank my grandma who passed away. I'd like to thank my kids. I'd like to thank my neighbor. I'd like to thank the sandwich I ate for lunch. Everybody had a list of people that they were thanking as they crossed the stage. And I was like,
you were probably the one who stood out, and people were like, "Thank you
Only
for not
I
doing
think
that."
only 3 people didn't think it. But I just thought it had to be someone so significant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought because it was like a special person who influenced your academic success. I was like, okay, this is maybe for like an international student who like a professor like mentored him or someone who like paid off their college for them or like, you know what I mean? I thought it had to be so significant. I did not want to pick just one person because I didn't want to like exclude anybody. But every single person was like, thanks mom and dad and grandma and grandpa. And it's like, we don't know your mom and dad or your grandma and grandpa. Everybody. And so that's also probably, it probably took so much longer because everybody was doing that. But it was like,
Yeah.
God, it was awful. I was like embarrassed. And my family was like, why didn't you thank anybody? I'm like, I didn't know that everybody's going to be doing
Because
it.
everybody sucks.
Yeah. But even
that's
if I could go
irritating.
back and change that, I still don't know what I would put.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm like the same thing. I guess. Well, okay. Now that I was about to say it, I kind of answered my own question.
What?
I was like, well, what is the point anyway? Because, like you said, nobody knows these people, but the people that you're thanking are probably in the audience and
Maybe,
would
but not
appreciate this
grandma who passed away.
That's true. Yeah. No, and the dog.
Not your
Come on
dog.
now. Come on now. Let's be for real.
No, if I had to go back, I would probably just thank the people that were there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dumb. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not all about that. I'm all about the manatees. All about the manatees. 150 manatees have died because of pollution issues, which have reduced their food source. So, down with the humans, up with the manatees.
Yeah. Down with the humans. Less humans. Oh.
That is the thing. I'm like, what is the fascination with keeping the population going? We've talked about this before.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, oh, you're
Are you
joining.
us? What's
She has
it?
one thing to add.
Also, with the graduation thing, I feel like it's dumb because then it undermines your like you graduated, not me, ma, peepa, my dog who took a shit on the rug today. Like you're the one graduating, not all these randos. And it was annoying because it would be like you didn't do it, but graduating Mary Grace De Palma, and this person. She'd like to thank this, but like. The people you're thanking were longer than your name. So it's like, who's really freaking graduating here? Because you got...
Who did all the work? Like, who did, like, yeah.
And
Yep.
Mima Peepa, dog who pooped on the rug, like, they didn't do
Yeah.
your classes you did. So I
Well,
feel
that's
like
what I
it's
said.
just
Like, who do you want to thank? Me, myself, and I. Like, I did the work. Like,
Like-
what do you mean?
yeah. So I just thought that was dumb.
Agreed.
I wish that they would just had said, you know, Mary Grace De Palma graduating with a communication studies major, and then this, like, say, name, major, award. So that it's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep. Because it also kind of then highlights the people who had a support system and who don't. And
Did you
that
put lotion
sucks,
on,
too.
like, just now? Yeah, I can feel it.
Ew.
Also, Mary Grace had one class that she was still waiting for a grade back. 2. Yeah, and they're like, stand up if you got a 3.72 or above, and it's like, okay, well, if she just flunked this, like, and I'm not saying just you, but like everyone, or like those kids
Yeah.
with like a 4.0, I'm like,
Well, that's why I didn't bother turning in some of my one of my last papers, because I was like, graduation is over. I went to graduation already. I'm not turning anything else in. My mind is done. Like, this is just ridiculous. I don't know. Crazy stuff.
and yes, I put it on lotion.
Did you put lotion on before you drove my car yesterday? Yeah, I felt it on the steering wheel cover. I was like, ew, why am I sticky?
Yeah.
Nasty. It's good.
Is Marshall's closing?
Marshall's?
Your I don't think it is.
No, why?
Kendra had told me that Marshall's was closing, but I don't think that's.
I don't think so. Joanne's is. I know that.
Ooh, I just got dizzy. Oh boy, that was fun.
Just sitting there.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I think my sugar's track.
Yeah.
Am I having a stroke? Probably.
Oh yeah, have some
honestly.
chalky.
Ooh. No, I forgot to eat. So
Do you haven't eaten anything?
no.
You want a burnt piece of pizza?
Oh yeah,
I can
for
do that.
Sure.
I burnt
For sure.
2 bagels in a row the other day.
What was I gonna say? The ADHD is flying high right now.
Woo!
What was I gonna say until that one rudely interrupted? No, I'm just kidding.
The little one. So she's got to leave.
Banishment.
Where you going? She's going
Going
to
to
physical
PT.
therapy. She's
working on the
getting old.
That's what she said. She should not be
Yeah.
19 with this many body aches and problems.
Well, the Takis probably don't help.
That's the other. Yeah. What
And
is
the chocolate.
okay?
The Takis and
is-
the chocolate.
I'm not gonna lie. So I'm trying to edit the episodes,
Oh God.
but because it's only audio and nobody can see what's happening, I have to like cut out so many of these interactions.
They also can't see what's happening. She's not even on screen. She's just standing off screen and waving her head around.
None of this is gonna make sense in either capacity.
Sorry. My sister's just lurking.
As I was just trying to reiterate into the microphone what's actually happening because
You're like
it's just like these
translating for
awkward-
her.
It's just like these awkwardly long pauses. I'm like trying to edit out. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say though?
I don't know.
Something about something.
I hope I just made everybody yawn who's watching.
Well, I guess it wasn't super important.
You have to like this video if I made you yawn.
It's a rule. Dang.
Sorry.
What was I
This
talking
happened
about?
last week too, that you had to say something you forgot what
Yeah.
it was. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Obviously, what I have to say is just not important enough.
It is. It's just floating around somewhere.
It was about somebody, something, position, authority, something or other. I don't know.
Graduating? About
Mm.
graduating?
No. Whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
What else is new in your world?
What else? I feel like that was a lot.
Well,
No.
now that I'm blanking out, I'm
And a
Good
really
gravy.
big slice of pizza in New Jersey. It was so good.
getting my hair colored again tomorrow.
Again,
I just trying to get back to my real natural.
your roots.
My yeah. This is my natural color pretty much, but then I got to get the ends back to.
That looks good.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Appreciate.
I'm liking my natural.
Did you get your haircut?
I did like 2 weeks ago. You've already seen it.
No, don't look any different.
Then that's the best haircut you
Maybe
can
I'm
get.
just a dude that. Yeah.
It's shorter in the
Can we
front.
talk about that though for a second? That I don't realize when something happens unless someone really points it out to me. Oh, it's the layers. Okay. I got really squeaky there. Sorry for your eardrums, folks.
Well, you can't see them because I tuck them behind my ears. But yeah,
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't mention it. Yeah, I really like it. I was really scared. I don't know. I almost never actually like my haircut when I first get it. I have to get used to it. So she's cutting it, and I'm like, because I was turned away from the mirror while she was blow drying it, and I was like, it's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna hate it for a little bit. It's gonna be fine. And then she turned me around, and I was like, I actually love it. I was like, my reaction had to be so weird. She was like, who is this girl? And they would just sweat in the chair. And I was like, I love it. I actually love it. And I was like, go to Eric. Eric was with me. I was like, I actually love it. Wait, I love it. I was like, wait, it's actually really good. I really love it.
That's so cute.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was hype.
Yeah, that's
I don't
my
know.
last haircut. I got more of the curtain bang kind of things.
Yeah.
Trying to get it as far to the middle part as possible. My cowlick did not like that. So now we're migrating back over to its original spot there.
It's where it wants to be. It's okay.
It's okay. Man, I had a point and I cannot remember.
Sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
keep doing this.
Not you. It's I don't know.
Hello?
You got a bug?
Yeah.
Where? Flying bug or spider?
Like a little gnat.
Okay.
Because I stink.
I gotta go to Best Buy. Geek Squad's gotta help me.
Oh, man.
Gonna launch my
Good luck.
laptop. I'm gonna end up spending $1,000 to buy a new laptop.
Probably
I know
more.
it.
Probably more.
I just
I don't even want to know what laptops are going for right now.
It says the disk is full and the storage is full, but then I look at the storage and it's only half full. I'm like,
But then it will just say other 72 gigabyte. And I'm like, who are you? What are you?
and I've deleted everything off the freaking thing. Oh my god! Part of me just wants them to wipe it totally clean, get rid of literally everything.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I need my Final Cut Pro. I paid over $300 for that
Well,
program.
you can delete it and re-download it because it's on your account. You won't have to pay for it again.
I don't know what account you mean.
Like your Apple ID.
I don't think so.
Well,
I bought it on credit card. I
Yeah, it's on your Apple ID because I bought
Mm.
iMovie years ago on my laptop, and now whenever I have a new device, I don't have to pay for it again because it's on my Apple ID.
Well, the Final Cut Pro that I have on my laptop, it's a subscription based that did go through my iCloud. The Final Cut, the basic program that I bought was like you go to their website, you buy the program, it downloads onto your computer, but it's not attached. It could have been anything. It's not through iCloud
That's interesting. I don't know.
because I bought it outright. Like if you're doing iCloud,
Yeah.
that's more of a subscription base, but this was bought outright. So I don't think, and I don't know what I used. It was years and years and years ago. It was like a decade ago that I bought this program. So I don't know what account.
God bless. How much was it then? Is it the same?
I don't know, $300 something.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I won't do another. I already bought it. I'm not going to do a subscription just to
No,
have it on
yeah.
a different thing. So that's why I have to have my laptop to have the program on it, which when I bought this laptop, it was, I don't know how it came up. Maybe it is through iCloud or something because it just.
Oh, you have it
went
on
from-
your laptop?
Yeah. Final
Okay.
Cut Pro. Yeah. But
I
when I
don't
went
know.
from one iPad, one laptop to another, it just popped up.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it was like an airdrop type thing because of one Apple to another, or if it was through Apple iCloud. But if I look at my Apple ID and the subscriptions or whatever, it's
Yeah.
not listed.
oh.
It's not in my settings. It's not there. So I don't know. That's why I need to go to Geek Squad, have them tell me what's up. Because I'm irked, man. Oh, I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
I was just thinking about it the other day. Physical sensation wise, I cannot stand the physical sensation of being excited. The emotion of being like excitement and anticipation and everything because it feels entirely too much like anxiety.
Yes.
But the physical sensation, not the emotion, I don't like the emotion of it, but the physical sensation that anger gives you.
You like it?
I like it.
I think I do too.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
I like the physical sensation of frustration, which I think is going to be pretty adjacent,
Yeah.
if not the same, which is why I love Severance. It makes me so frustrated and so angry.
But I don't like the mental frustration. Like I don't like being mentally frustrated, so it's
Well,
irritating,
obviously, yes.
but like the physical sensation, that's nice.
Oh my God. No, but that's why I love Severance because it's so frustrating.
But I really hate being frustrated mentally.
Well, when I actually can't like do something that I'm trying to do, no, it makes me want to die.
Yeah.
When something's not going my way, or like technology, when I cannot figure something out, yes, I don't like that. But when it is like watching
But the
Severance or
physical
like watching a TV show,
I've
I-
been
I
getting
like that.
been getting more and more angry because of the issues that I'm having with on my laptop and everything.
yeah,
And I cannot stand being angry. It just obliterates my ability to think and it makes me hate
Correct.
the world. But like so emotionally and mentally hate it. Physical sensation though, bring it on. I just like that kind of like the little bit of a burn in your stomach and just I don't
Yeah.
know. It kind of like the tingling in your bones or something like that. I don't know how to explain it, but like physically
Yeah.
it's a good feeling. But excitement,
no,
it's
I agree
entirely
with you,
too much like
'cause it causes
anxiety.
and I hate the physical sensations of anxiety that I have. It used to be a lot worse when I was in high school. I would have like, you know, when you get like a heart drop, like your heart drops.
Yeah.
I used to get them like 20 times a day because I would just think about something and my heart would drop, and it was painful.
Yeah, I don't like that sensation, and it's the exact same reason why I don't like the drop rides at the fair.
The G-force.
It's the literal same exact. I hate that feeling. So like,
Although roller coasters for me are more of like a drop in my intestines, whereas anxiety is like in my heart, if that makes sense.
yes,
Like it feels like my heart is dropping into my stomach, whereas my stomach is dropping out of my butthole. I'm just kidding.
yeah. No, I was thinking about that though. I was just like, what? How? It's such a weird concept to have to completely separate your mentality with your physicality, because one is good and one is not. And it was just something I was trying to wrap my head around. I was like, how do you? But I'm glad you get it.
No, I do.
It's a kind of hard thing to explain that I like anger for the physical, but not the mental. Yeah.
It just really depends on what the situation is. Like if I'm trying to do something and I can't do it, I hate that. But if like I'm playing a video game and it's like making me angry, I like that.
I I hate being angry, but I like the way it feels.
So weird.
No, like I think we talked about, or maybe it was, I don't know who it was. The miscommunication trope in books and stuff, it makes me want to die. I absolutely hate that.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something that is so easily fixable. The solution is right there. One sentence and you're good to go. But no, you're just going to dance around the problem. Oh my God. And it's why I don't like being around people, because when they don't do what I would do for the reasons that I would do it, it pisses me
Yeah.
off, because it's just like, you're making your life so much more difficult. You're making the lives of other people more difficult. Do it the way I would do it, and life would be grand.
I know. Why do
Zipper
I? Why
merge,
do
folks.
I feel
Learn
like?
the zipper merge.
I know. Why do I feel like I have a lot of things figured out in that way? But I definitely don't. But I just feel like I'm so efficient. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Well,
good.
it's again, it's like the lack of self-awareness and also social cues and like your ability to read the room.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. Like, people don't know how to read the freaking room. You know? It's like you just small little adjustments to make everyone's day go a little bit better if you can just figure out how to read the room. And it's, I don't know. I was driving, and to get out of my work, you have to cross 3 lanes, and then there's a turning lane, thankfully. And then on the other side, there's another 3 lanes going the
Mhm.
opposite direction. So to go left, I have to cross the 3 lanes, get into the turning lane, wait for an opening, and then get into the flow. So I pull out, I'm in that turning lane, and I'm waiting. I have my blinker on. Well, the lane is long enough that when the traffic starts flowing, I'll start to go to match speed.
Yes.
And the thing that kills me is I'm matching your guys' speed. Now I just need to get over. Why wouldn't you let me in?
I don't
Why
know.
would you rush up on someone else's bumper
It's
just
weird.
to be a dickhead and not
It's
let
weird.
me in? That's what I'm talking about. Like, you went out of your way to be difficult.
Yeah.
When everyone's life would have been so much simpler, you could have avoided any kind of traffic. Now you have to slam on your brakes, and it creates a ghost pattern of traffic. It's that kind of just disgusting level of just selfishness that creates so many problems for so many other people that it's just mind-boggling to me. Why wouldn't you let me in? And it's that kind of thinking applied to any situation that makes me like not want to make me leave my house. It's I cannot stand people, and like I'm sitting there just baffled at the audacity of people. Why would I want to be around humanity when humanity is not capable of being decent? In the most easy I'm getting myself riled up.
Less humans, more manatees.
Yep.
Less humans.
And that's why I love manatees, though, because their nature is what everyone should be.
Except for
fun.
maybe the mating thing.
Yeah, no, it's an aggressive mating cycle, whatever.
I can't get it out of my head.
But they're so gentle and curious and playful and just out to have a good time, and they're migratory, so there's not any kind of possessiveness or territorialism. There's none of that. They're not fighting for anything because they're just like, we're living our life. We're doing
Humans
our
are
thing.
very
having a good time.
territorial, yes.
You know? And because they're not territorial, because they're not aggressive when it comes to like, they're not protective about their food or whatever like that. They don't, like you said, they don't have the gene. They don't have the mean gene.
The mean
They can't be
gene.
aggressive because they don't know that they need to be. There is no reason to be, other than when pollution starts happening, there's not enough food, they start starving to death. But they're not fighting one another for it. They're just like, oh, there's not enough food. Oh boy, what am I gonna do now? Guess we'll go put her over here.
Aww.
They're not fighting one another for it. They're just, you know what I mean? And they have no natural predators because they're just they're bopping around minding their own business. If we all just bopped around and minded our own business, we would be free and clear. Ugh.
Yeah.
I love manatees so much. They're what everything should be. Everyone should model their lives after manatees. Yeah. Get on my level.
What do they eat?
Seagrass.
That's it.
Yep.
Doesn't it amaze you how big animals can be when they just like be eating grass?
Yeah.
Like, just how fast they can grow. Like manatees, or like I always think of like deer. Like it takes a human baby how long to be like as tall as a deer is?
Mm-hmm.
But deers just be eating grass and they're just like huge.
Manatees are absolutely massive, and they do nothing but eat all day long, basically. And it's like Seagrass got to grow pretty fast too to be able to keep up with the manatees.
Man.
But they're not because pollution, because people are stupid.
yeah.
Ugh.
Are you into those what is it called? The brick.
Brick.
You know what I mean? Like when you like stuff all of your garbage into like a jug or something and it makes like a brick instead of like a bunch of like loose pollution. Instead of like a bunch of like loose trash that like takes up more space to like make it into a, what is it called? A brick? Something brick.
I don't know anything about this.
You're supposed to just shove as much trash into like a jug as you possibly can, and it's like supposed to be better if it's like compact and just taking up less space.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I haven't done it. I haven't tried it yet.
Again, that's another thing that I'm like, why are we so concerned about the population? I mean, it's capitalism. They're like, we need more people to give us more money
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. But like, why? And again, with like post-apocalyptic shows and everything, what is we have to save humanity. No, you don't.
Just die, please.
Just die. Just be
Just
done.
die, please.
I'm done. The apocalypse, let it
Yes,
rip.
but I
I'm
do
done.
I do kind of like those movies sometimes, like A Quiet Place.
Yeah, like what is the fascination with survival? We've talked about
Why
it
do they
several
wanna
times because I
live?
still cannot wrap my head around it. But survival versus living, if I can't live, I don't want to survive.
One of my friend the other day said to me, because I was walking into work and they were driving into the parking lot. They had taken the company truck like on a delivery or whatever, and they're driving in and they like pretended to like speed up towards me, and I just like didn't move. And my friend goes, "You have the survival instincts of a fart." No, but I do.
I've always said my self-preservation is lacking
Yes.
severely. When I
No.
should be a little bit scared, I'm just like, whatever.
But
When
then why do I
when
have
should be
anxiety
cautious,
if I
whatever.
don't care about being alive? Even?
Oh, that's my thing. I'm like, my self-preservation is horribly lacking. It's not when I need to be scared, and
Yes.
it's only when like, oh my god, a lamp. Ah!
I'm like, why am I afraid to ask this cashier where the freaking paper clips are? Like,
Yeah. But yeah, someone coming toward me, big hulking guy that can crush me easily, whatever.
what is that?
It's fine.
Well, that's just the nature of anxiety. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And on that note, folks, that wasn't
On that
English.
note, Nofo,
And that note, folks,
thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
down with humanity, up with manatees.
Yep.
Yeah. Please comment down below what you want us to
Oh,
talk
yes.
about. How you like our screen split. I don't know if that's her. That's not me. But
What do you want us to do for episode 100? We'll
Yeah.
do something maybe a little bit weird, maybe a little funny, maybe a little silly.
Q&A,
Or Q&A.
anything you want to know, be invasive, bring it on.
At some point, if we, sorry, I just
Okay.
wanted to say it differently. At some point, if we had enough people, we should do like connecting with people, like a Zoom call with some people or something. That'd be cool.
Except we can't figure out Zoom.
Well, we would both be on one end.
But can we record it? I don't know if we can
Oh,
record it.
we'll see.
We'll figure something out. We'll do something new. Either way.
Let us know,
Yeah.
please.
And on that note, we will talk at you later.
Talk at you next week. Bye.
Bye.